You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Snakewood Net Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loke. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. The show is a blessing to be back in the Black Box as we blow a succession. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. Those are the 7 C's. And as we sail upon these, I am the captain of the voyage, SPI Easty, a.k.a. VJ Keyway. And we got a reaction again today. We've been we reacted to Almighty Suspect and Black Belt Brandon bumping heads up at No Jumper. And since then, both have commented on the subject. Right here we already reacted to Almighty's commentary. Now, Black Belt Brandon went on the Viral Way podcast, and he's kind of spoken in the aftermath of it all. So with no further ado, we're going to see what the Viral Way podcast and Black Belt Brandon has been up to. Oh, my mama.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Viral Gang? We back at y'all with another one. Share, like, subscribe to the channel. Shout out all the Viral Way members. Shout out to everybody in the Viral Gang. If you're not a Viral Way member, hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You already know the deal, man. We got the squad in the building. As always, your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, a.k.a. the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. As always, I got bro in the building.
LBC Messiah the Great. We're going to keep leading the way, man.
Leading
Come here
the
for
way.
the facts, none of the cap.
You can go over there for the cap. Just come here for the facts. Show what's happening, cuz.
Man, show 5200, baby. We back in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping, my nigga. We got to address everything, my nigga. Everything.
And we got the local celebrity in the building.
Viral moment himself.
Mr. Catch Me Outside in the...
You don't want to fight.
You don't want to fight in the...
Follow me. Bucci Bear.
Follow me outside.
Uncle AKA Uncle Ruckus in the building.
Man.
Whatever you know him as.
Red Rose, White Ceiling.
Listen,
What's
Red
the
Rose,
deal?
White Ceiling. What's going on? Let's get right to it. They got you all in the algorithm, cuz.
I gotta say this first, okay? If you want to see me roast Suspect, I just roasted him at Defiant Brandon on YouTube and all platforms. Man, it's been a hell of a week.
Hey, look, you done caught the viralist moment of your streaming podcasting career thus far. So let's run down everything that happened. You went up to No Jumper as an intellectual, and you got caught in the circus. It seems like it's inevitable. Yeah. Because DW
Told y'all didn't really get caught up in the circus up there so much, but just I was attracted toward this platform. The first video I could recall, they were talking about the state of the sector, and it was trash. And then very shortly thereafter, they was kind of participating in the trash element. And I told them, I said, yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid, but I'm gonna let them keep building.
You said it don't matter what type of time you're trying to be on up there. They want the crash outs, and they're gonna manifest it to happen some type of way. So from the man himself, from the horse's mouth himself, what happened?
We were sitting down getting ready to start, and bro was high and slurring his speech, and he was like, something. He was talking about somebody else, not me, to be
Which
clear.
he did say.
Right.
Is that what he said?
He said,
N-word with the hard ER. We can't say
sorry.
it.
He said N-word with the hard ER.
And I have seen Poetic Flacco do a reaction to this whole situation. And if you think it's just impossible for the homie Almighty to have said the N-word with the hard ER, Flacco and found an example of him saying it in the past. I can't quite speak on the context because it was just a small clip, but he has said it in the past. On my mama.
Right? Crazy black people can't even say the N-word with the hard ER. He said N-word with the hard ER. So I jokingly was like, did you just say the N-word with the hard ER? Man, listen, bro just went off. Like, have you ever seen a tweaker go off? You ever been with a chick who just ain't rap tight and she just explode, nigga? She like, I'm gonna give you some pussy, and you be like, all right, can I get some? What the fuck you know? You know how it go.
He went off like what? Like
bro
pressure
just
line
like
went off?
snapped. No, he just started like yelling. But he wasn't yelling at me. He was yelling at the engineers. Looking at them like, y'all, didn't y'all like validation? Like, tell this dude I never say. And I just was like, that's why when it started, I was like, you did say it. It wasn't even a big deal. It was so minor. But he just kept going. And then, you know, I was just being cool about it. But then, you know, you just talking and posturing. So I was just like, bro, listen, you're not going to do anything. You're talking because this is what you do. Chill the hell out. Bro, so then I told him he's acting like a B from the projects. That's when the B talk started. You a B, you a B.
Oh, you can say B.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you a bitch. I call him a bitch first. So I will take credit for that.
With that.
I'll take credit for it. I'll say, yes, that was me. And then he was like, only bitch I see is you. And da-da-da. But the thing with me is when Kelpie called the nigga bitch, bro took off on bro.
Facts.
Spit on the man.
So when I saw that, I was like, okay.
I was proud of him too.
This guy is selective. He knows who to try shit on, right? 8-year-old white kids, old elderly white dudes like Lush, and unfortunately poor,
So when you
poor
said
young damsels like
when you called him
Like
when you called him a bitch, that means in your mind you was ready to take it there. Like you was hoping to get the reaction.
Did you
wanted.
purposely call him a
I
bitch?
literally was like, I was just telling him what he was acting like, because that's how he was acting like he was acting like an incoherent baby mama when she arguing with her baby daddy about why he ain't send the child support money. Like, you know how some women, they just turn their mind off and they just go, their ears are gone. They just, I'm just like, bro, you act like a bitch from the projects or something. And it's like with bro, like, I know bro went to private school. I know this is not who you are per se. You've adopted this, and I'm all about growth, man.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to regress.
Great.
And I looked at videos of bro from 2 years ago, and he's acting the same way. I'm like, bro, listen, I'm gonna give you all this gold. Bro, it is totally sad that the black people who we call FBA, right? The only representation of us on No Jumper is 2 niggas that are on drugs, acting cracked out. It's not Brick so much, but freaking this dude just tripping. And then the tether, quote unquote, Flacco, is the only one who's even acting respectable or actually acting like they're using their brain to pod. This reflects to me a bigger issue within the black community. Like, we constantly talk about everybody holding us back, but when you look at little situations like that, like these guys, no one's making them do what they're doing. They're doing that because they want to, but then they know that we'll blame the outside influences. It's just disgusting to me. And that's what I got when he was doing that. I'm just like, bro, you are the only actual host here. If anybody was going to keep things organized, keep things in order, not fly off the handle, it should have been you.
Is he making sense, y'all? Or is he just rambling? I think he's landing. Intellect over brawn any day. And dude is not using emotion, or he has other attributes that he could be relying on, size, skill with violence. But he's just relying on intellect. And I admire that.
But before the show started, you just flipping out. That tells me you're not in control anymore.
So it died down. Y'all went on to do more topics. Brick calls in. And that's when it turns back up. So did he spark back up when Brick was on the phone? Because that's the time that I popped back in and the call was ending. And then somebody in the thing said something about fighting. And that's when you was like, bro, no, he's not trying to fight. From what I seen.
Brick, it was dead. Brick was like, yo, what's going on? Obviously, Brick don't know what the hell's going on. He's in jail. This nigga like, oh, you know the usual. This nigga said something, and I told him, you know, he lit up like Dennis the Menace or something. Like he was like a proud son. My dad's called this type of shit. I was just like, so I'm just chilling, and we've been talking about the news, so it was dead as far as I was concerned. But then he started yapping with that. So when that was over, I had to let the nigga know, like, I don't take anybody at No Jumper serious like that. Like, I just don't. Not because you're not tough, but I'm not worried about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't wake up in the morning, oh my God, you know, that's not me. But I'm like, bro, if you want to keep bringing this shit up, not letting it just rest and die.
Hey, he an asshole. You know why? I could see him out in public talking like that. Like, hey, guys, please, let's not take it there. We don't have to go there. Hey, it's not that serious. And they all extra aggressive, and then next thing you know, destruction.
Dude, we could set this up. One thing I'm not going nowhere that I've been invited to and acting a fool. Because I'm not on that type of time. I'll roast you on my stuff. I'll go in on you on my stuff, or even if we just outside. But I'm not. Flacco asked me, please sit in, just like make sure shit is cool, whatever. I said, cool, man, I'll do it for you. I come up there, the last thing I'm going to do is do the exact opposite of what he asked me to do. So we can argue, we can shoot jokes, you can clown me, your pants is tight, that's fine. But when you keep trying to act like you physically was going to beat me up, we know you don't believe that. So why even try to make that impression to impress a bunch of people online who they want to see you get beat up? So I just look at dude like, bro, you're a fell rapper, so I know you got to have some type of sense. Why are you acting like that? Do that shit with somebody else. I'm here to have an intellectual conversation about degeneracy with these dudes, Big U and them. Don't bring that to me, because if we really just put us both in the field and no one was there to watch, you wouldn't be trying to fight. You'd just be like, it ain't worth it, whatever. Everyone at No Jumper has had an opportunity to beat somebody up or get beat up. None of them have taken that opportunity. You've picked on people who are easy wins. Kelpie, he's a tiny little white dude. You got bro by 40 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Easy. And then Jalise, the poor damsel. And then Lush. And then you hit him and bro didn't even get knocked out. Bro was still talking when he was on the ground. Like, bro, stop it. Like, he is given entitled rich kid who is trying to prove himself by doing crazy stuff in a world he probably shouldn't even be touching at all. Like, I thought he was a rapper.
Yeah, because when I analyzed it, this is when I just said, okay, he must have been reading the chat and the Reddit and stuff, because he said W Almighty. Because, you know, they usually say L whoever or W whoever. So I'm like, okay, that's chat lingo. That's Discord lingo. That's Reddit lingo. And, you know, they've been on him since the Jalise incidents happened. The 2 times the Jalise incidents happened, they've been running the narrative that he picks on females. He's the new Sharp or whatever the case.
And how does it feel to have a female go up on you and you laugh and like you mad, and you remain calm, and then a couple weeks later, the roles is reversed. Somebody else is remaining calm, basically telling you mad, and you are behaving like the person that you were saying it to, suspect, on my mama.
Yeah. So him and Jalise, you know, he had the watch explode moment. Then she came back. They got into it again. And then she wound up quitting. And that's when everybody was like, oh, this nigga be picking and choosing. He don't never had that energy for a dude or anyone bigger than him. So I think he looked at you like, oh, this nigga's a square. They don't know your background. Like, nobody knows your background, right?
It was the 5X shirt. You know, it made me look small. He was like, you're a little guy. And I'm just thinking like, okay, he probably doesn't know me or whatever. Or maybe Brick, I don't know if the niggas, they might have pillow talk, you know, from the cell. And he was like, yeah, press that nigga because I don't like them niggas. I don't know what the issue was or where it came from. What I know is, I know where it comes from. Every insecure nigga, every light-skinned nigga with a receding hairline and a drug habit, there's a lot of insecurity in there. So I think bro is just in total psychosis. It's almost psychosis, like, you know, some people want you to beat them up just so they can like feel something. They're like, I need the punches, like some crazy. Like,
I need to feel like.
Bro probably cutting himself to just remind himself that he's alive so he can feel alive. But
that's crazy.
Listen, bro, if you got those issues, seek help. Don't crash out. Don't put yourself in a situation. And I'm not even talking about with me, because you going to do that shit to the wrong person, and they really going to put your ass down.
Because this is the cold part. Whenever I've been up there, Almighty always been cool.
Yeah.
Like, he always been cool. So I didn't have an issue with Almighty. When I seen that, I'm like, okay, he's trying to prove to the chat he can keep the same energy with dudes bigger than him. And he just assumed you was a square from Delaware because how you talk, how you look, your voice, you know, you got that high-pitched, squeaky-ass voice.
Yeah,
what I found ironic was when you called him a gangbanger or whatever, he's like, oh, I don't gangbang. I'm pimping this, that, and third.
He used to say he was a banger.
I know. He used to say he was from BPS, the whole put-off video.
I knew it.
Because that's what Jalise was saying. I thought you was from BPS or whatever. For somebody who don't claim a gang is going at somebody who is seemingly a square, but he don't know your background, used to gangbang. So I'm like, it was just the dynamic of that was crazy.
That nigga's from PBS, Pushback Sideburns. That nigga
Crazy.
He's stupid.
When the temperature changed, what I noticed was the other dude. I don't know who he is. He said he's from Long Beach. I never personally seen him.
Zay, the nigga who with the hair?
Yeah, so he got to be a little younger because a lot of people was hitting my phone. Like, hey, Brandon just got into it. Woo woo. They trying to jump Brandon up there or whatever. So that's when I jumped on the stream. And he was saying like, oh, nothing happened. And he insinuated like they'll jump you.
Honestly, I've never felt, you know the energy you feel when niggas is plotting to jump you?
Yeah.
The irony of getting jumped at, no jumper.
You feel it because niggas looking at each other. They're ready. Well, here's the thing. The dude was like, catch me outside. We all walked out together when the show was over. The big sassy dude with the dreads in the middle. Suspect in the front. And I walked. I promise you, these niggas disappear like roaches when the lights come on. I'm just going slow because I'm like, well, if they trying to do something, I mean, I don't mind fighting. I mean, if I, because I'm asleep, probably both of y'all, but one of y'all, for sure. And I would laugh about it later on my stream. So I'm like, oh, maybe they will run up. I love
This dude he represents a dangerous type dude. He seems so non-confrontational. He seems harmless but outside of his size. He's like an ex-football player who just now got some kids, a wife, probably active in his church, likes to walk his dogs, but small dogs, not even intimidating dogs. Look like he cooks. He's a chef. He does not look like he is like capable of the amount of violence that I have become aware that he's capable of. This dude is a dangerous type, bro.
no jumpers, a lot of space. You know what I'm saying? And if I get to beat y'all up in front of these chicks with these big titties and these man,
nigga trying to get on plug
bro,
talk.
they was in there, bro.
Nigga trying to choke a nigga out the plug
bro,
talk.
hi, I'm like, ooh. You know you already feel a little charged up. But my question was, you just walked through a room full of big titties and some of them was out. How can you be this mad walking through a room full of titties before you walk into the recording studio? Bro, just, that's what I'm saying. He's not in control. But the point I'm making is, it was all this, let's go outside. When the show ended, y'all was out, we went out. I talked to Josh, talked to Adam. I went outside. You guys were, they didn't go outside. They were still inside.
So who left the room first after the stream? Because when you're in that room, it's just a small door and a small hallway before you get to the space. So from that heated moment, I'm assuming as soon as the show ended and the cameras cut, niggas was like, hey, what's that shit you was
First
talking?
person out the door was Almighty Crack. I mean, Suspect. The second dude was the Zay, and then it was me. So he got out. And I feel like he was trying to put Zay in between me and him, because Zay's a pretty big guy. And I'm just walking, you know me. I walk around, I'll say some crazy shit and then just walk around like it's nothing. I walk out, you know, I'm still, you know, from Long Beach. So I'm like, okay, I'm aware that niggas was talking. I thought bro was gonna keep that energy once we walked out the room. Once he disappeared with his friend, I was just like, oh, so this is like, I'm on camera trying to turn up and show.
So you think it was the WWE shit?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Listen, it had to be, because the word bitch was exchanged, bro, didn't do anything. I think it's just selective. I'm pretty sure I could beat this nigga up, so let me go at him. Let me try to take off on him. You know, maybe Adam told Cut Crash. I don't know, but you can never tell in that situation.
Cold, yeah. You heard him just say told Cud like that? See, this is more of, I'm not saying be like nobody, copy nobody, mimic nobody. Be yourself, but within yourself, you want to have more than one dynamic. Like we had the young boy in the hotel when his mom was going off, all he could say, oh, gang, gang. Now, you just heard how he said cuss, so imagine if he wanted to turn it up a little more. But he has enough confidence to speak respectful and go with intellect, man. I salute that. I applaud that. Oh, my mama.
But all I know is when we went outside, there was no energy like that. There wasn't even words exchanged.
But even on the stream, and I don't like that you did this. I don't like that you told him you a trained fighter. I just believe you should just do the training when the nigga cross the line. Don't give a nigga a head. Don't give niggas heads up. Because then that's when niggas automatically, oh shit, I'm just going to the strap. Because we're going to talk about his response later.
Yeah.
But he started, to me, that type of energy was being led down that way. Because it went from we can catch a fade. Then once you threw out like, hey, you know, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm trained in this. Then it went to, well, I ain't gonna let you put your hands on me. He's like, whoa, wait a minute. You're the
it became
aggressor.
a jumping thing. It
But
became
then
gonna try to
the rest of the stream, I'm noticing the energy. He's turned looking at the chat for the rest of the stream.
They got a great, it's like 15 more minutes of this left. It's very interesting, entertaining. I've watched the whole thing, but I always, when I deal with a platform, I always remind myself, damn, let's get the traffic over there. This is like a cliffhanger. If you want to get the rest of what these brothers was building on this Almighty suspect situation, and shout out Almighty, that's my partner. I have yet to meet either of these gentlemen, but Almighty and myself have exchanged rapport on more than one occasion. It's always been positive. However, this is a reaction channel, and reacting to this viral moment, I have to keep it a Google on how my partner appears throughout this situation. But yeah, guess right now it's a Long Beach thing, so we might as well let Trifling tell us how it's crazy in the hood. I'm out of here.
I was on a jail call, but they gon' have to call back. I would holler free cuz, but they ain't gon' do that. Last nigga tried me, got his shit blew back. Shit crazy in the hood, you gotta keep your two straps. It get crazy in the hood, but we controlling all that. You know the hoes gon' be hoes and hood rats is hood rats. Me gun smoking, Two-Face spent the lap a couple times on the yard, but I got tired of doing that. Nephew will tell you when I ran out my sack, I was cutting down pills, but they could tell it wasn't crack. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free ghost, but they don't want the loc back. I was on the lane, sipping on the block with no strap. I ain't never did that since last time I did that. Would be telling if I said it when they got some get back. Drugs in my body, I'm just trying to get back. Packing the mail, wrapped in a gift wrap. When your name ringing bells, ain't no time to fix that. 4800 when my bed rolled back. Yard on the roof, mandatory for the blacks. 6-man sale, got my store on my rack. Selling on the payphone, trying to get his bitch back. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free blue, but here S&Y rat. Trying to be true, but you can't define that. Go against the line, gotta push the line back. Go against mine, we got 99 straps. Guns in my hood, same kind as Iraq. Blend in the wood, I forgot to pass back. Strings on the hoodie, tied like a wave cap. Bullet from an F and N, push you way back. Time in the pen, never get my days back. Each perk 10 cost $20 flat. If you want it fronted, I need 25 back. Last nigga tried me, got his shit blew back. Shit crazy in the hood, you gotta keep your two straps. It get crazy in the hood, but we controlling all that. You know the hoes gon' be hoes and hood rats is hood rats. Me gun smoking, Two-Face spent the lap a couple times on the yard, but I got tired of doing that. Nephew will tell you when I ran out my sack, I was cutting down pills, but they could tell it wasn't crack. Not too many niggas get down like way back. I would holler free ghost, but they don't want the loc back. I was on the lane, sipping on the block with no strap. I ain't never did that since last time I did that. Would be telling if I said it when they got some get back. Drugs in my body, I'm just trying to get back. Packing the mail, wrapped in a gift wrap. When your name ringing bells, ain't no time to fix that.
Hey, good Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga is Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga. Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke, on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, cuz. Nate Blood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, cred.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!